English classroom. This is Abigail Merga, working as School Assistant English in Jilla Parishad High School, Janalgata of Guntur district. Children, I am ready with a new interesting poem to teach you. Are you ready? Okay. So before getting into the poem, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to shopping malls? Very good. What do you do there? Excellent. You select the things you wanted and then you pay the money for the shopkeeper. But before paying the money, generally we ask the shopkeeper to reduce the price of that particular item. Sometimes the shopkeeper may agree or may not, but this process is called a bargain. Today in this poem, we are going to see the bargain which plays a vital role. It is not related or more than the materialistic things. So let us analyze in this poem The Last Bargain, written by the noble laureate Sri Rabindranath Tagore. Here we go. Students, in the overview, we are going to see working with the text, working with language, speaking and writing, and the poem The Last Bargain. Before getting into the lesson, let's know the learning outcomes. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify the turning point in the poem when the child offers a job, describe the speaker's attitude towards the offers made to him, evaluate the different types of power represented in the poem, generate the new ideas and perspectives on the story by discussion, and judge the actions of Bipin Babu towards his friend. Apply the principle of empathy and compassion by writing letter of promise to Chunilal, expressing the willingness to help in difficult times. Students, now we are going to learn the poem The Last Bargain, written by Sri Rabindranath Tagore. Students, let's know about the poet. The poem was written by Rabindranath Tagore. He was born on 7th May 1861. Rabindranath Tagore is best known poet with many talents. He was a Bengali poet, writer, composer, and a painter who played an important role in modernizing Bengali art. He was the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913 for his collection of poems Gitanjali, and he was died on 7th August 1941. Students, before getting into the poem in detail, let's know what the bargain is. A bargain is an agreement in which both the parties promise to do something for each other. Have you ever bargained for something? Here is a man who is looking for work, waiting to be hired. He strikes a bargain but thinks it worthless. He tries twice again but doesn't like either. Finally, in the last bargain, when he is hired for nothing, whatever, he is happy as never before. What is the bargain and why is it the best? Let us know from the poem. Children, let's read the first stanza of the poem, The Last Bargain. Come and hear me, I cried while in the morning I was walking on the stone-paved road. Sword in hand, the king came in his chariot. He held my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. But his power counted for naught, and he went away in his chariot. Children, shall we know the meanings for the new words? Okay. Hire. Hire means to employ. Chariot. A horse-drawn open vehicle. Here you can see a chariot drawn by a horse. And then not. Not means nothing or worthless. Now, let's know the summary of the first stanza. Here in the first stanza, the speaker get the first offer from a king early in the morning. The king wanted to hire him with his power, but the speaker thinks that the power may fade away very soon, so he refuses to accept the king's offer. Okay, children, let's move on to second stanza. Students, before getting into the second stanza, let's have a question. What did the speaker cry while walking on the road? A. I need a job. I am lost. Come and hire me. I'm tired. So who will give me the answer? Very good. Come and hire me. Well done. Students, let's read the second stanza. In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. I wandered along the crooked lane. An old man came out with his bag of gold. He pondered and said, I will hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. So let's know the meaning for the word pondered. Pondered means thought over. Okay, now the second stanza tells us that the speaker gets the second offer from an old man who is very rich, and then in the midday, the old man wanted to hire him with his bag of gold. But the speaker did not accept money because the money will be spent soon and it cannot help to buy everlasting love, joy, and happiness. So he refuses this offer also. Shall we have a question? Okay. Students, your question on the screen. When did the speaker wander along the crooked lane? Your options are A. In the morning, B. At noon, C. In the evening, D. At night. So what's your answer? Okay, at noon. The speaker wandered along the crooked lane at noon. Good job. Who came out of the house with bag of gold? Your options are A. A young man, B. A wise man, C. An old man, D. A woman. So what's your answer for this? Okay, an old man. Very good. Well done. Your next question on the screen. What did the old man offer the speaker? So here, the old man wanted to hire him by giving something. So what did he want to offer? Your options. A. A smile. B. A job. C. Money and gold. D. A ride. So what's your answer for this? Very good. C. Money and gold. So the old man wanted to hire him by giving money and gold. Super. Very good. Children, let's read the third stanza. It was evening. The garden hedge was all aflower. A fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. Her smile paled and melted into tears, and she went back alone into the dark. Shall I read it once again? Okay. It was evening. The garden hedge was all aflower. The fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. Her smile paled and melted in tears, and she went back alone into the dark. Shall we know the meanings for the new words? Okay. Hedge. Hedge means a fence formed by a row of closely planted shrubs or bushes. Here you can see the beautiful hedge. And then fair maid. Fair maid means beautiful girl. So here let's know the summary of the third stanza. So in the third stanza, it tells us that the speaker got another offer in the evening. There's a natural beauty and the flowers all around. A beautiful girl wanted to hire him with her beautiful smile. The speaker thought that her happiness is sorrowful in disguise, so he refused this offer also. Students, here is a question for you. When did the fair maid come out? Your options are A in the morning, B at noon, C in the evening, D at night. Who will give me the answer? Very good. In the evening. The fair maid came out in the evening. Well done. Here is another question for you. What happened to the fair maid's smile? Your options are A. It paled and melted into tears. B. It brightened and stayed on her face. C. It turned into a frown. D. It disappeared. So what's your answer for this? Okay, who is going to give me answer? Okay. It paled and melted into tears. Very good, very good. Children, shall we read the fourth stanza? Okay. The sun glistened on the sand and the sea waves broke waywardly. A child sat playing with shells. He raised his head and seemed to know me and said, I'll hire you with nothing. From henceforward, that bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. Now let's see the meanings for the new words. Glisten, shining with the bright reflected light. Here you can see the bright shining sun. Shell. Shell means a hard outer part of a snail. See here, this part, the outer part of a snail is called a shell. Waverly means difficult to control. Now children, let's see the summary of the fourth stanza. Here, while he was walking, he reaches the seashore. There he finds an innocent child playing with seashells, and he plays with him. Then the child says that he can pay nothing in return for the labor of the speaker. The speaker accepts his offer. He feels that while playing with the child, he will not lose his freedom. He will still be a free man and will receive everlasting happiness playing with the innocent child. So, this was the last bargain that made the speaker accept, as he was not to compromise his freedom. What is the message and the moral that we are learning from this poem? That means this poem will give us the message. For real joy and happiness, we do not need any power, money, or beauty because they are not eternal or everlasting. That is, they are temporary. Freedom and innocence can make a person's life happy and contented. So we must be very happy and we must be satisfied with what we have. So money cannot give us happiness or joy. Okay, children? Here is a question for you. Who sat playing with shells? Your options: A. A child, B. An old man, C. A young woman, D. A king. Who is going to give me answer for this? Okay. A child. Option A. A child. Well done. Children, so far we have learnt about the author of the poem, and then we have learnt about the poem, then meanings, and also the summary. Now it's time for us to go with literary devices. Students, in the poem The Last Bargain, we have symbolism. So here symbolism means when the poet uses an object or idea or a person to add deeper meaning to a story or a poem and not what the word actually means. So for example, if we observe in the first stanza, stone paved road, and in second stanza we have the crooked lane. So these both symbolizes the hard and difficult path which the poet was traveling on. And then the second example, the king in his chariot with sword in his hand in the first stanza symbolizes the epitome of power. So the king having sword in his hand represents the power, and a lady with a smile, it symbolizes the beauty. And in the third example, we can see morning. Morning symbolizes hope and courage, while evening and dark symbolizes gloom and hopelessness. So let's move on to another literary devices. Students, in this poem we have alliteration. So alliteration means the repetition of consonant sounds in a line. So here, for example, I was walking. Here we can see the consonant sound were and were repeated in the same line. So we can call it as alliteration. In the same way, the king came. Here, king came. Of course, the letters may differ, but it sounds the same. King, king, and Came also, it gives C, k sound. So we have alliteration of the consonant sound k. And here is the third one, sun glisten on the sand and the sea waves. Here we have s sound in the same line. So in the same way, in the fourth one, made me a free man. So here we have m sound. So we have alliteration in this poem. So we have symbolism and also alliteration in this poem. Students, so far we have listened to poem and we came to know about the poets and meanings for the new words, question and answers, literary devices, and also summary. So now it's time for us to go with the comprehension check. So you have these questions on page number 74 in your textbook. Your first question on the screen. Who is the speaker in the poem? So who is ready with your answer? Okay, proceed. A man who is looking for a job is the speaker. Very good. Here the man is searching for a job. So he is the speaker of this poem. Well done. Students, your next question on the screen. The king, sword in hand, suggests your options. Wealth, power, more power than wealth. Make the appropriate item in the context of stanza 1. So who is ready to give me the answer for this? Okay. Answer is number 2, power. Well done. Good job. Your question on the screen. The old man offered the speaker a lot of money. Why did he turn down the offer? Now, who is going to give me the answer for this? Okay. The man did not need money because he valued his freedom than becoming slave for gold. Good job. Here comes your question on the screen. Find in the poem lines that match the following. Read one after another. First one. I have nothing to give you except goodwill and cheer. Can you find the suitable line in the poem? Okay. Now who is going to give me answer for this? Right. I heard you with nothing. Let's go for the second one. Her happiness was no more than sorrow in disguise. So where is the suitable line in this poem? Right. Who is ready to give me answer? Come on. Her smile paled and melted into tears. Very good. Next one. The king's might was not worth much. So which is a suitable line? Okay. You can proceed. But his power counted for naught. Well done, well done. Here comes your question on the screen. How did the speaker feel after talking to the child on the beach? Now, who is going to give me answer for this? Okay. The speaker felt happy as never before after talking to the child on the beach because the child had him with nothing, and this last bargain made him a free man. Now, let's move on to speaking. What do you think happened after Bipin Babu came to know the truth? Was he angry with his friend for playing such a trick on him? Or do you think he decided to help a friend in need? So, for this, you have to give your opinion. Let's see. Bipin Babu came to know the fact what Chunilal had done. In fact, Chunilal played only a trick to test his friendship. Bipin Babu had mixed emotions and feelings like anger, pain, etc. He was happy to know that he had not suffered the lapse of memory. He was little angry, but he made Bipin feel awkward. Bipin Babu learned a lesson to help a friend in need. Now let's move on to writing. Imagine you are Bipin Choudhury. You have received Chunilal's letter and feel ashamed that you did not bother to help an old friend down on his luck. Now you want to do something for him. Write a letter to Chunilal promising to help him soon. So you have to write a letter. So before writing a letter, you have to keep this important point in your mind. Number one, start with warm greetings to Chunilal. Second one, express your regret and remorse for not helping him when he needed it. Third, promise to help him in any way possible and state a specific time for that help. Four, show empathy and understanding towards his situation. Number five, offer words of encouragement and support to lift his spirits. The last one, end with a positive note showing that you are looking forward to meeting him soon. So now you have to write a letter and let us read a letter.
Dear Chuni Lal, I received your letter and I'm deeply sorry to hear about the difficult times you are going through. It pains me that I did not bother to help you when you needed it the most. Please accept my heartfelt apologies. I want to do something to help you. I will come to see you soon and discuss how I can assist you in overcoming your financial problems. You are my old friend, and I can't see you suffer like this. Please take care of yourself, and I hope to meet you soon. Yours sincerely, Bipin Choudhury.
Students, we have an exercise on a prank. We have to describe a prank. So before describing, let us know what a prank is. A prank or practical joke is a mischievous trick played on someone causing the person to experience embarrassment, confusion, or discomfort. A prank is a childish trick. Do you remember any incident when someone played a prank on you or your friends? Describe the prank in a paragraph. So, before writing a prank, keep these things in your mind. Number one, brainstorm. So, you have to get the idea about a prank in your mind and then choose a focus on particular prank on which you are going to play and describe the prank in a simple sentence in a detailed way. Share your reactions and conclude with reflection. Here is a home task for you. Number one, write about a time when you overcame a difficult challenge and what you learned from that experience. Second one, a prank is a childish trick. Do you remember any incident when someone played a prank on you or your friends? Describe the prank in a paragraph. So, I have given you some instructions and keep those things in your mind and you have to write a paragraph. Now, students, so far we have listened to poem, the keywords, summary, literary devices, and you have wonderfully given answers under comprehension check, and we have speaking and writing exercises. Children, now it's time for us to wrap our session. So we'll meet in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye.